What's up, everybody? Yes, it's your girl Kay Wonder with the Drop Night Show. I got my co-host Sean Beasley, and we have our first guest in the building.
Yeah.
Okay? She is exuding all things Black Girl Magic. I absolutely love her. So it's Shauntee. Okay, so it's Shauntee Blow. She is a realtor. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay.
And coming in here, she coming in here looking and smelling like real estate money.
Okay. Yes. So thank you for being here. We greatly
appreciate it.
Thank you. I absolutely love your social media. By the way, when you spotlight your houses or homes that it's so bright. Everything is so clean and like clairvoyant. You can just see, like, it just makes you feel like you want to be in that home. So
all about the visual.
Yeah, because I've seen some of the other sides where people don't necessarily do that.
You like, you want me to buy that house?
Right.
Nah.
So let's talk about how exactly you got into it and how long have you been into the real estate industry?
Okay, so I've been into real estate. Actually, I've been licensed since 2013.
Okay.
I've been into, real estate investing, a little longer than that, but I actually got licensed in 2013. I'm currently a realtor with HomeSmart Realty Advisors.
Okay.
And I primarily work with buyers, but I do occasionally work with sellers and investors.
Mm-hmm.
So lately I've been really targeting renters, trying to help renters become buyers because, not everyone is in a position to buy. So I'm now taking the approach to help guide renters into home ownership.
I absolutely love that.
So who is your biggest clients? Is it single families? Is it men? Is it women?
Women.
Really?
Yeah, women are probably my biggest client. Men, I tend to get more men in investments. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's not bad.
So, for you to want to first, sell a house, is there a certain thing you look for? Do you look for fixer-uppers? Or are you looking for a house that, off the rip, has to have,
Well, it depends on what the client is wanting.
Okay.
Some people do want fixer-uppers. You can come in and put your own touches into the home. Make it how you see fit. Some people want it already. They just want to come in, move everything in, and just be good. So it primarily depends on what you're looking for and then what your budget is.
Okay.
That's a factor as well.
Okay. So, do you only do real estate in Philadelphia?
Yes, I'm only licensed in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Well, Pennsylvania. I do the counties. Yes.
Okay.
So do you see yourself getting other license other places?
Well, Jersey would be ideal.
Okay.
Right across the bridge. That would be ideal to do. But first I want to, conquer the Philly market, PA, the surrounding areas first. And then I'll venture on to Jersey.
So, roughly, it's been how many years, you said?
A little over 5.
A little over 5. Why real estate? What made you want to get into real estate, of all things?
Oh, goodness. So that is quite a story. So actually...
Not to cut you off, you look like Angela Bassett. Y'all see him like...
Wow, I do see it.
Yeah,
wow.
I do get that.
Yeah.
So actually my ex got me into real estate. We were to be...
So he served a purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
We were to be a power couple.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do the real estate and then he was going to do more so the hands-on construction, carpentry, side. And we got into it, things didn't work out, and I kept going.
Okay. Did you go to school?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. You do have to be licensed.
Okay.
You have to take a certain amount of courses to have your license in PA. So
Alright.
yeah, I did.
So, did you go to college, or was it like a whole plan, like a high school? Did you go turn into real estate, or did you go to school first? Or,
So I went to school first.
Okay.
I did go to college. I had a bachelor's degree in criminal justice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm finishing up a master's in business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So criminal justice didn't just pan out for you. Is that something you will focus on later, or?
Well, I was working in social work for a while.
Okay.
Just recently, maybe in the last year, I decided to do real estate full-time, you know. When you're looking for a home, you want someone who's just as committed as you know. Real estate started to take off for me, so I focused more of my energy and time into that. And so far, it's been a
What was it like working and just to touch it briefly, I imagine you doing social work, you encountered a lot of different stories of people who probably had broken homes or people didn't. So what was that like for you?
So it was quite interesting. I started out in shelter services, helping single mothers to self-sufficiency and finding housing. That's where I started. I moved on to older adults. I was actually a protective service worker. And a lot of my clients who, as you know, you get older, you go into, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's, you know, memory issues, and a lot of them were pretty much getting ripped off from their housing. So it made me more focused, more intense on, you know, helping people, educate people about homeownership, educating people about the process. I also have a notary business where I help people with living wills, trusts, and power of attorneys. So it all kind of comes together for me, trying to make sure you're educated and you're on the right path in home ownership and protecting your future and of your family around you.
Why do you think people are so scared to purchase a home?
I think it's the responsibility. I think there's a misconception that you have to have perfect credit. You have to have a certain amount, you know, to put into a home. And, you know, there's really no help when there are numerous programs, grants out here to help people, you know, achieve their American dream, home ownership. So I think it's more so the misconceptions that are out there with, you know, that responsibility.
Now, this leads me to the question. You are a African American woman. I'm gonna throw it out there. You look about 25. Okay, so I was looking at social media. You are a mother.
Yes.
How do you balance it? How do you balance being a mother? You know, why?
No, I'm not a wife yet. Still
Okay,
working on that.
working on
We're
it.
gonna speak that into
So
it.
right, so either still, it's a lot raising kids. We all know, and giving your clients all of you. How do you balance that?
So, I have a great support system. I do have an older daughter who's very helpful. She is in college now, so she helps with that balance. And I try to keep things to a schedule. While my kids are in school, that pretty much 8 to 4 type of schedule. I try to stay within that. And if, you know, realistically nowadays people work and they're more likely to want to look for homes after work hours. So although me and my ex didn't work out a relationship, he's a great dad.
Awesome.
Awesome hands-on when I need him.
Great. All right, so what is your percentage of, mind you, you know, we're a podcast, we're about hip hop and the urban life. What is your clientele ratio of African Americans who own homes versus, you know, Caucasians?
I'm sorry.
He said mayonnaise. I hate him. Because we did have a conversation last week where we broke. Okay.
So honestly, majority of the people I work with are African American. I'm all about. I don't discriminate. I don't push aside anyone. But I'm more so about teaching us about the benefits of home ownership. You know, how it's a positive thing, how it gives you a say in your community, taxation, just to own something and not, you know, make someone else rich. You own your own home. You can say what you do in your home, but your community and something to leave your children.
Right.
So primarily my clientele are African Americans.
Okay.
What are some? I have a question. What are some things that you do different that set you apart from other realtors
That's a good.
doing the same thing?
So what I get a lot is that I listen. You know, it's not for me all about the sale. It's about satisfying you, what your visions are, what your goals are, and pretty much what home is for you. So I listen and I treat you as I would want someone treated. If I'm looking for my home, you know, home is an investment. It's with you for quite some time. You know, you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into keeping that roof over you and your family's head. So I try to listen and focus on your needs, your wants, and try to deliver according to your specifications.
Okay.
Do you find a lot of real estate realtors don't provide that to their clients?
I won't say a lot, but some are about the sale. You know, they just want to make that number, that commission. And to me, again, it's not all it's about making sure that you walk away with what you came to me for.
You ever look at, what is that show? $1 Million.
Listing and all that.
Yeah.
They all about money. And I'm like,
I mean, you can't blame them. We live in a capitalized society, so it's like.
when I'm listening to you, I'm
money.
like, that's about right. It's not a lot who care about people, but they all about money.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, in real estate, you know, you get paid by the home you sell, it's commission based. So, you know, the more homes you sell, the more in your pocket. If you're not selling a home, then you pretty much no income, you know. But again, you know, I'm about satisfying. You know, I'd rather you walk away with what you wanted at a price you can afford and you're comfortable than just have sold your house in the next year or two, you're facing foreclosure or any other type
Right.
of, you know.
So what are some of the things that the bank looks at from a perspective on an urban base? Like, so you have a Black Latino coming to you and they're like, oh yeah, I want to get a house, I have X, Y, Z. What are some of the things that we need to prepare ourselves for moving forward that a bank would specifically look for?
So the biggest thing is credit. You know, they want to make sure that you have adequate credit. You want to have credit of at least about 640 ideally or higher. They look at your employment. You have to be employed at least 2 years. And they look at your payment history, whether or not you rented or, you know, they're paying credit for bills, things of that nature. They also look at, again, you know, just your work history. Have you been consistently employed? Do you pay your bills on time? Those are the main factors that the bank is looking when granting you a mortgage.
Okay. Now, I have a girlfriend. She'll be here in actually 2 weeks, and she was doing her real estate thing. She was actually working with Lehman Brothers before they actually went down. They actually said she was the cause of and that was in 2008 when the whole market crashed. And she was one of the causes of that bank actually falling too, because she was getting a lot of mortgages through. There was some type of Ponzi scheme or some type of scheme that the bank was allowing that she got caught up in. She wound up getting served 12 years and only doing 9. Her name's Shauntee Davis.
Wow.
Now, have you ever come across anyone in your time that's like, you know, fraud? Fraud's a big thing, right? In real estate, we hear it a lot. There's a lot of women doing federal time for fraud in real estate.
Wow.
How do you keep your nose clean, or what is it that you do that is like, you know what?
So I just keep it to the basic rules, you know. As far as the fraud aspect on the mortgage and banking side, I really don't do that. I'm not a lender.
Right.
More so, once you get the approval, you come to me and I help you find the house within that.
But there
budget.
are like, you know,
There
corners
are
that can
some,
be cut
yes,
at any
there
time.
definitely are. But you have to just think, is it worth it? You know, because what's in the dark will eventually come to light, and it'll come back to you. So those unscrupulous practices, I just stay away from them. You know, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I walk that line.
Okay, that's good. Now, I feel like we should get into let's get into a song because there's so many more questions that I have to ask. And I absolutely love your transparency about this. We're also going to get into some current events, and we have some questions to ask you about what's been going on throughout society that you may or may not have heard of.
Okay.
But right now, we're going to get into this next song. Show music. What's the song we got?
We want to get into Travis Scott's new song with Drake called Sicker Mode.
Hey, let's go to Drop Night Show on Where's Radio.
Let's go. Yo, you just heard Travis Scott's new song featuring Drake called Sicko Mode. I didn't know that song was so long. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I thought the limit was 3:43 of no more than 4 minutes. That was a
Well,
powerful
Drake,
song.
you know, if it's a Drake song, Drake gonna do his thing, baby. Give it up to Drake. But you
Yeah,
know
but
what?
once again, let's give a shout out to Drake for mending his relationship with Meek Mill.
Yeah,
That was big for
Now,
them.
now, I have to ask you all. Mind you, we do have our guest, one of our guests of the night, beautiful, exuberating, all things Black Girl Magic. Okay, Miss Shauntee. Shauntee, I'm sorry. Why do I want to say Shauntee? So
Just say Shauntee.
I know Shauntee. I got a cousin named Shauntee, so I'm gonna say Shauntee for now on. Shauntee Blow. She's a real estate agent and she's also a notary publicist. So if you all need any help in any of those aspects, make sure you reach out to her. Now, the question is, why did Drake do that? I thought he was all things Nicki.
Okay, no. As if you heard Queen's Radio, as she said, when you had two
No, I
people,
don't listen. 'Cause
All
I'm
right.
not a stan like you.
whatever. So you have two,
Okay.
you had two men, right, who was friends first. They fell out for who knows what in their
Because of
mind.
her.
No,
Because of her.
no. Let's get real with it.
Chop.
He was mad because Meek said, "Oh, you don't write your records." That's where the beef started. Where Meek said, "Oh, someone wrote this record for you, blah blah blah." Now then come the diss records. But prior to that, they was friends. So was that big of a
But
deal?
you're missing the point where Meek pillow talked with Nicki for how many months? Almost close to a year or some change. And she also was in this guy Drake's ear as a artist where they performed and did songs in a studio for how many hours? Like, you're missing the common denominator.
No.
Am I dumb?
It's hate Nicki night.
It's
Yeah,
not,
like, please.
it's not hate.
Please.
Listen, I cannot hate Nicki because first of all, she is a woman and she's doing her thing. I could never hear her. I don't have enough money to hate her.
But
But I'm
how is
saying,
she the common
you gotta call
denominator
a
in
spade
the
a spade,
relationship?
baby. You gotta call a spade a spade.
Wait a minute. So you think Meek is going to accept apology if that's the deal?
He not fucking with her no more, so of course he gonna accept the apology.
Right, because as she said, they was friends first.
But why did they stop being friends? Because of a diss? People diss
No.
people all the time over songs
Yeah.
and they still talk.
Yeah, so
At
how
the
long,
end of
wait a
the
minute,
day,
so let's go
what
here.
else was being said?
How long did Jay and Nas stop talking after that diss? A while before they became friends again.
Well, you gotta know the diss. Jay said.
Let's talk about hip hop.
Jay said, I nutted on your baby's
Car seat.
Right, so that's enough to make me want to fucking take your head off. That's a Nicki Minaj and Cardi B move right there. You talking about my child and not know my child car seat? I'm not fucking with you or her.
Not saying anything about it.
But they have the screenshot
It's just
of what she did.
she just liked the post.
This is the thing, and Vivica Fox said this on a show earlier today. I think it might have been Sway or somebody on XM Radio. She said Nicki, which everyone else, again, I reiterate, has said, Nicki has a passive aggressive way about her. She'll throw rocks and then hide her hands type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remy said it. K. Michelle said it. K. Michelle said that Nicki stopped her lead song with Meek Mills.
That's fine. They'll have
And
K. Michelle on the radio no more. But go ahead.
Right. So,
Right.
but like I'm saying, at the end of the day, what is the cause behind all that? Why? Who? What? You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. I was just recognizing brotherhood. I didn't wanted to go to all that. Shout out to Drake and
The
Meek.
fact that they can get past whatever it was.
Right.
But I'm saying there is always a common denominator between it all. And that's just facts. All right?
No.
That cherry makes me want to bite it, but never a strawberry makes me want to bite it, but I'm going to leave it alone. Let's get into the rest of this interview.
So, during the break, we was talking about the Dallas shooting.
Right.
Amber Geiger, that is the Mayonnaise lady who killed African American,
Well, just read it. So Amber Geiger, the off-duty Dallas officer,
who shot and killed a man in his apartment last week, may be treated as a civilian, not a police officer. That's where the manslaughter is out the window, and the charges of murder is coming into play.
Good.
Because you can't charge a police officer with murder.
Okay.
That's the law.
So under the law, right? So the first
Assistant
assistant.
District Attorney Mike Snipes of Dallas County District Attorney Office told Washington Post on Wednesday The death of Bathum Sheen Jean, which is a national review called the worst police shooting yet. I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
We done seen a lot
I totally
more.
doubt it, right.
But why would you use the word
I say
yet?
it might be the worst because she literally knocked on the man's door. Everybody else was out in, the streets.
Public and shootings.
Right. There hasn't been
Yeah.
too many that actually come knock on the door since Emmett
And
Till.
hit his door.
Right.
So allegedly, at the time of the offensive claim, she thought there was a burglar inside her unlit unit. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, before upholstering her service weapon and pulling the trigger, Geiger said she gave Jean verbal orders, which he ignored.
There we go. So that's what I was saying. There's been many spins about it, right? And I'm interested to hear from a real estate perspective. Maybe you do or maybe you don't know how it is with the law and once you own a home and what your rights are as a homeowner or a renter. But she came to his house. And at first, she said she tried to open the swab. She used her swab to get in. Her fob to get in, and it didn't work. Mind you, it goes green or red. Red not getting in, green getting in, just like a hotel. Then it went from it being a jar, where there was proof that the doors are too heavy to hold a jar unless you have something propping it. And then it went from him opening the door for her. So she changed her story several times. That's why they had to do what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And the story kept changing. Then it also got to the point where neighbors were giving their recollection of what they heard, and it was her screaming, let me in, let me in, and then a confrontation and screaming inside the unit, and then shooting. So, renter's rights. Where does this dead man and where does his rights? I don't know if you know, something is happening.
Outside of real estate, just having a criminal justice background,
Right.
we all have a right to bear arms and a right to protect our home, whether it's the rental property or a home you own.
And that's in the Constitution.
Exactly. That was his home, his place. I did not hear that he had any weapons
No.
or anything that posed a threat to her.
Right.
Him. So he was in his right. I don't know what commands she was supposedly
Right.
giving to him, but he's in his own home, in his comfortable space. He had the right to be in his space. He did not have to listen to anything. She was coming into his property unwarranted, and who knows what she said, Again, I've heard that she was knocking, saying, let me in. I've never heard anyone say, let me in my own house that I have a key to if I live by myself.
Right.
And then once I get in there, you're a burglar and I'm shooting.
Right. Correct.
Now, knowing that you have kids, do you have these conversations with your kids about what's really going on now that we actually are seeing it?
So I do. I have one 19-year-old daughter. I do speak with her, but more so with my sons. I have 3 boys. Oldest son.
You got stand up. Wait. She said she got 3 sons. Where?
Right.
I'm sorry.
My oldest is 9, and we are starting to have that conversation.
Of how to interact with police or just
being black in America.
Wow.
Just being aware of your surroundings, aware of who you're around, and being aware of yourself and how to deal. It's a sad thing, but we as African American mothers do have to kind of safeguard our sons and have these talks with them, like, hey, listen, it's sad, but if the police come or knocking, you just not saying lay down and whatever they say, but you have to keep that
tone,
that talk to a minimum, survive.
Right.
Survive the encounter,
Right. Yes, sir.
which is by all means like crazy to me, but I mean, okay, I get it. Actually, that's a question I wanted to ask you. How do you feel? Okay, and do you always suggest to people that they should own homes or should they stay renters? That's a good question.
That is a great question. So home ownership is definitely ideal. Home ownership comes it does come with responsibility, but it comes with a lot of liberties as well. You know, again, you have a say in your community, you own your home, you have tax write-offs and different benefits that come with home ownership. However, not everyone is in that position right now. So I have a program that I'm actually launching next month.
Oh.
It's a program to help renters become buyers. It's called Renting with a Purpose. And the goal is to help you rent smart and save while renting to your end goal being home ownership, to be in a position to buy a home, hopefully at the end of the duration.
Okay.
So, yeah, again.
So that I know me and my fiance might need to fall on that because like no, we're looking for a house now, but that's
I like
great.
my
I'm gonna learn more about that.
Listen, if renting works for you, you know, renting has benefits as well, you know. You don't have the full responsibility of owning the home and being responsible for, you know, all the things, taxes, et cetera, it comes with home ownership. But at the end of that as well, you done dished out thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
you know, over the course of a couple of years.
On a
and-
monthly,
So-
I pay well over 1,000.
See, and I don't know how many bedrooms and, you know.
Just
I have one.
1,000. That's a
See, but you could own a home with probably about 3 beds.
for 1,000.
3 floors, you know, for maybe,
But I don't know if I want to live in Philly.
okay,
So
but
this-
again, not just Philly, the counties as well.
I don't want to
you
go
know.
out there either. I'm black. No. I'm not going out
Yeah,
there.
come on, hang on. But no, listen, maybe not. You could fit it because you white. This is the thing. Y'all know Show Beasley white, right? This
Sure.
is the thing. You own the home but not the property. Or can
Okay.
you get it to where you can get both? Because there are people who pay the mortgage and then forget about the taxes and the well, the sewer, blah, 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 blah.
Right. So, okay, yes, technically yes, but you're still responsible for the property. You know, if somebody fall on their property, it's on you. Any type of things that happen on that land, you are still responsible. So, yeah, technically you're right, you own the home, but not.
And I only said that because just family stuff. There's a situation that I know that basically the mortgage was paid off, everything was good, we're renovating the house, rah 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 rah. Someone stopped paying the taxes on the land, and next thing you know, people are swooping in and trying to take the house.
Right, because you do have to, you do have to pay your real estate taxes, you know what I'm saying, you have to get this money.
And that's
Does
the
he
thing,
exist?
people don't understand, you
So
think you
this-
own, just because you own the house doesn't mean you own the land. So you could
Right.
be upkeeping the house, but if you're not paying on that land, honey, it's all good, bye bye, boom, baby, bye. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
That's
and they
another
wouldn't even
thing.
get that if you're not, you know, paying the water.
precisely,
You know, there's
sewer,
different- yes,
anything.
yes,
It's
so-
that easy.
Yeah.
And that's another misconception that people don't have and why a lot of people lose their
So that's the benefit of having a buyer's consultation.
Yes.
When you deal with a realtor, you want to come in and you want to sit down and have a talk. And I personally give you the real deal. You
Yeah.
know, I'm going to tell you, okay, these are the do with don'ts, this is expectation long term, and make sure you're ready for that responsibility and that commitment. Because it is a lifelong commitment.
Yeah.
You're in that home for however long.
So
then
do you
even
have to
if
pay the
that's what
land
you're
the whole time, or is there is there a number? The whole time. Uncle Sam
even
is
if
somebody.
even if you know, will it to your children, they're still responsible.
All right, so check
Wow.
this out. Okay, we had a gentleman on here who's a Moor, and he was talking about a specific thing that is in America where if you claim a nationality as a Moor, because it's your sovereign land, you can go and claim unclaimed properties.
I don't know about claiming unclaimed properties, but I know you're supposed to be tax exempt. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't need a driver's license because you're traveling. You know, it's different things. But
She's very
in
smart.
my experience, they come back and get you. Eventually,
They're gonna find
you're
a
gonna
way.
pay the piper. Yes.
They're gonna find a way. So, and I would, oh my gosh, I wish, we're gonna have to bring you back, right? We're gonna have to bring you back.
So tell our listeners where can they find you at, all your social media handle, and tell us about the event that you're launching next month as well.
Yes.
Give them all that
I'm gonna be
And
there.
the ebooks.
Yes.
And what
So again, my name is Shauntee Blow. I'm the Realtor to know. You can find
You
me.
hear that hashtag? Say it again.
Shauntee Blow, the Realtor to know. You can find me on social media under Shauntee Blow. My website is www.shaunteblow.com. I am launching an ebook that is a guide to renting. I have a program coming next month as well called Renting with a Purpose, which it takes you through how to rent smart while saving for a home, with your end goal being home ownership. I am launching a couple of workshops within the next few months. Stay posted to the website
Stay posted, y'all.
for that information. And yeah, you can contact me on social media. Again, Shauntee Blow.
And she's a notary, so if you guys
Yes.
need any type of, paperwork taken care of, she's your go-to girl. I commend you. I really, 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 really do. Now mind you, I'm going off the topic. How do you know how many minority realtors there are in Philly, and have you ever had to deal with that, or?
There's a lot right now,
That's a good thing. Shout out to all the realtors out there.
There's a lot of, young and older people out here really doing their thing, holding it down. So yeah, there's a lot in Philly right now.
That's good.
But this is a big market. It's hot right now.
Yes.
There's enough money for all of us.
Yes.
She said it.
And you know what, girl? We're gonna definitely have you back. This is a
Awesome.
family now, so
Yes.
once you hit the show, you can come back whenever you have to. Shout out to your PR guy; he holds you down. And what is you said your social media. This question. Now we just had this conversation about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Oh my
and
God, we can't.
Just give me your idea. You heard about it, right?
No.
Yes.
What do you think? Just 2 seconds. Sum it up.
We just, we gotta put that pettiness to the side. And like I said, it's enough money, it's enough money for all of us. We need to learn to embrace each other, come together, and make things happen. They want us against each other. It's time to come together and make things right.
Do you think Cardi was right because it was about her child?
No, Cardi has said some things in the past that she's contradictory.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'm not going to elaborate.
So on that note,
I love you, Shauntee.
we're about to get into one of the icons of our time. Janet Jackson is back with her song called "Made for Me," featuring the legendary Daddy Yankee on the Drop Mic Show. Let's go.
Hey.